Hello and welcome to another preview interview for the Womb Centered Healing Temple Opening Summit. I'm Sama Morningstar and I have Stacey Herrera with me here. Thank you so much, Stacey, for joining us and being a guest speaker on the opening summit for in the summit. And I would love for you to share with us why you're excited to be involved in this summit and invite your people to join us. What do you feel, how people are going to be benefited by participating in this summit?
I think that like the womb connection, like we get it on a logical level because we know even if we don't know our birth story, we know that where we came through. But I don't know that we are able to fully grasp the totality of that, because the way that birth is explained to us is a very basic explanation that doesn't really get into the depth of what happens, to create a being, and how there's so much cosmic energy that goes beyond just sperm meets ovum and cells multiply, and so I think that it's in terms of spiritual awakening, it's a really important to get to hear different stories. It's also really important to hear different perspectives, because in hearing people's stories and listening to alternative perspectives that may be outside of what you've ever heard, you are able to find your own experience. Mm-hmm. And so I think that I'm really excited, because I was just saying, like, I can't wait to hear all the other speakers. Like, I'm really excited to hear everyone else's experience, because even for me, I have connected deeply, but there is more depth to go, mm-hmm. And there are still facets of my own experience that I have yet to recognize. Mm-hmm. And so I think that the human brain, that's how we function. We absorb the best through story, and story has always been a part of the human experience, even before we had the alphabet. Mm-hmm. Hieroglyphics are little picture stories. Yeah. And so this summit is an opportunity for people to hear stories about womb healing, womb awakenings, womb becomings. And I'm really excited for people to be able to hear a story that they viscerally feel like resonating in their own system, so that they can begin their awakening if they haven't already.
Mm-hmm. It feels like a real nourishment, like a mm-hmm. rich stew of all of these stories that we're brewing for everyone. So everyone gets this hearty helping.
Yes. And that's exactly what it is. It's like an offering. Mm-hmm. It is. It's like an offering, and every interview and every experience is a nugget, and some of them you might get full off of one interview, and then others you might want to be. This is how I want to experience is as a smorgasbord. Like, I just want to, I just pile all on my plate and feast? Mm-hmm. So I think that it's going to be a really nourishing experience. Mm-hmm. I am really looking forward to listening and absorbing and receiving everyone's story and everyone's message, and also being able to shine a broader light on my own experience, because I know that there is going to be something that I am intended to receive, that it doesn't come out of my own mouth.
Right. Beautiful. Yeah. Well, that you get to absorb as well as
absolutely
others. And so back to the stew metaphor, for me, a big part of like a stew is the gravy in between mm-hmm. chunks. And so for me, what's been super nourishing too is the flavor that is developing with all of the flavors of the stories that are coming together. And I feel like I'm really the only one that's getting to taste
Yes.
flavor of that yet, because I'm the chef, and I'm like, that
Hmm.
sauce is developing really nicely because I've been, working with all of the ingredients. And so what I'm loving being able to offer are some times and places before and during the summit where we can all come together and
Hmm.
taste that sauce, right? Taste that gravy that we're making together. So
Absolutely. It's kind of like, have you ever been given like one of those friendship breads where someone gives you, like in a bag, they give you a starter. And
oh,
over the course of several days, you put in things and
right,
then you bake your 2 loaves of bread, but you take out, before you bake your bread, you take out 3 starters and you pass them along. So
right.
every single time someone bakes their bread, they're getting, something from everyone else's batch.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what it's like. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to, because we often think about food as just what we consume with our mouths, but we are consumers of everything in our environment. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're intentional about your consumption, it changes the way that your body receives, or your spirit receives, or your soul receives what you're consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone that signs up for the summit is making a conscious consumption choice.
Mm-hmm.
And you are the chef, and you have cultivated this delicious roux that has cooked up this amazing pot of spiritual stew that we all will get to enjoy. So that's a beautiful metaphor. Look, because the human brain loves metaphors. Like,
Right. And you know what? There's just something pretty delicious about you and I sitting around talking about hot stew,
I know, like we
whatever,
always talk about food, huh?
the whole sensual embodiment thing. It's where we
Absolutely.
really come together. So thank you so much, Stacey.
Yes, I am looking forward. My plate is ready.
Now, all right, she's ready. Yes, for the smorgasbord. So if you too, viewers, are ready for the smorgasbord, look for the links probably above, probably below this video to sign up and make sure that you get to take your place at this delicious table,
Oh, yes.
receive all of these wonderful gifts that we're dishing up for you in the summit. So look forward to seeing you there. And until then, take good care.
Bye.